No. Hey guys, thanks a lot for participating. Y'all look awesome. You guys rock tonight. Hope to see you again.
You having fun at the con?
My name is Joshua Smith. I'm one of the co-owners and organizers of Little Apple Comic-Con. This is our first year show, and I believe we're the first official Comic-Con in Manhattan. Maybe wrong about that, I'm not sure. But it looks like the community has turned out great. We've had probably 2,000-ish is our guess right now, people. We'll post it online later, let everybody know exactly how big it was. But we've got a lot of very excited fans, lots of people in costume, a lot of comic book creators, a lot of vendors, a lot of comic books to be bought, and really the thing I'm happiest about is there's just so many people here that look like they're having a good time. So that's what we were going for, and it looks like we pulled it off. We planned this in 2 months. We always planned to do a con this year. The original plan was to have it in April, but the venue was only open this weekend. This was our one shot. So we did what we could, and honestly the bones of this were put together in about 2 weeks. My wife, Alexandra, is really the driving force behind all of it. She's shy of the camera, but she has been the one pulling us all along the whole way, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be be prouder. Next year, for one, the venue, if we do stay here, will be about twice as big. So, yay, it's a little crowded in there right now. If not, we'll be at K-State at the Union. But other than that, we have a few more comic creators than this year. We did good. We pulled about 8 this year in 2 months, which is good. But next year, we plan on having about 15 to 20 comic book creators, and we've got a lot of them have already agreed, already lined up, and said they would. And on top of that, we hope to have a couple of media guests that we don't want to talk about anything yet. But we're pretty sure we've got a couple of them coming down the pipe, and especially as popular as it was this year, I don't think it'll be very hard to convince them. A lot of movie stars, things like that. I don't know if we can pull them here to Manhattan, but we're really going to try.
What did you think about all the people that showed up in costume in the costume contest?
Oh, the costume contest was awesome. I feel really bad that there wasn't as much room as I would have liked. The original room we were given only held about 45 people, and I think we had 120 people enter, not just watch. So that wouldn't have worked out for us too well. But so we had to do it in a hallway. Unfortunately, it was a large hallway, but not large enough for that number of people. Next year we hope to have on a stage, and maybe a little bit bigger. Have a kids contest too, which is something we really wanted to separate this year for kids and adults. But again, time just kind of crunched down on us. But next year we really hope to be able to do one for both age brackets.
This is T-45 armor from the Fallout game.
And how long have you been doing cosplay?
Probably about 4 years now.
And this is the first time this has been in Manhattan. How did you hear about it? Were you excited?
Actually, I heard about it from some of the people that were getting it organized initially on their Facebook pages.
Did it meet your expectations?
It did. This was a lot bigger con than I expected it to be. I didn't know what to expect coming in this morning, but I was not disappointed at all. It was a great time.
And you finished second place in costume contest.
Yes, I did.
Do you often finish in the top?
This is the first time I've ever actually entered into a contest.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. I never felt like I was good enough before. I thought this one might do it.
Oh, it's a very solid costume.
Thank you.
Very impressed.
Thank you.
The Riddler left behind for Batman when he escaped Arkham Asylum. And so your goal is to go through the book and see if you can solve all of the riddles and get that figured out before Batman, where Batman might find him next. It was a lot of fun. It's not necessarily for kids. It's got some brain teasers. I've had some people online ask me answers to some of the riddles because they've been a little tough. I am old enough that I was alive when the 1966 series was airing. I don't remember too much about it. I was 2 at the time, but my mom said that I was nuts for it. I certainly am a fan now, but even back then, I had a long gift wrap roll that apparently had a Batman paratrooper and would run it down the pole like it was the bat pole or something, and take it outside and then lose it and then cry, and Mom would have to comb the yard looking for the little Batman paratrooper, you know, to keep my 2-year-old self happy again. Oh my gosh, this is great. I grew up in Abilene, and you know, we didn't have conventions like this when I was growing up. We would drive to Wichita, sometimes to Kansas City if we wanted to do anything like this. Being in the morning, they opened up the doors and people were lined up, and the number of people, not just here but in costume. It's really fun to see everyone embracing their enjoyment of the geekier, nerdier side of life. Well, I just wrote all the cards that we did for Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and I've been working on Star Wars for more than a year. I've been under non-disclosure agreements. I've known things I couldn't talk about. I'm already working on stuff for Episode 8 and Rogue One, and I can't talk about it. But so I'm like sitting here doing this. These movies are going to be fantastic. As much as Force Awakens is fun, they're getting better and better. But that's all I can say.